Hello, everyone. You're listening to Alternative Revelations with Linda Emanuel. And this is podcast number 119. And I think on the last podcast, I told you I'm going to tackle the monster, Atlanta, Georgia. It's not just about Atlanta, Georgia. It goes from almost from the western border all the way to the eastern border where South Carolina is, all the way down to about right above Macon, Georgia. And I'm going to tell you two little safe towns tucked away, nestled away inside of Atlanta area that is safe, where the some people from the club live. And also, for your information, Augusta, Georgia, of all things, is safe. And lastly, before I get started, I've left a link to the map of Atlanta so you can follow me along the boundaries and the towns. You can pull it up as a separate tab on Chrome. So where I'm going to start is I'm going to start at the northwest corner of the grid. And it's right about 20 something miles above Rome, which is on Highway 27. And the northwest corner of the grid is a town called Armuchee, Armuchee. And that's the northwest corner of the grid, right above Rome, Georgia. And it's on Highway 27. So then the grid follows, it goes east on Highway 140 and goes through Adairsville, which is about 61 miles north of Atlanta. And it follows 140, and these towns along 140 are in hot zones all the way across. Now, what I did was it doesn't really follow the highway once it gets past Rydar. It's like a straight line going all the way across to South Carolina, to all the way into Greenwood, which is in South Carolina, right about maybe 20 miles east of the Georgia-South Carolina border. And I'm going to call that my corner, my northeast corner. And straight down, you go straight south. And when you get to Augusta, that's all safe. It jumps around that. But you keep going south, all the way south, all the way down to, and you're actually drawing a straight line from Greenwood all the way down to Waynesboro. And I'm going to call that my southeast corner. And then draw a straight line across from east to west. And these towns below this line are safe. Like, for instance, Milledgeville is safe. Sandersville is safe. Macon's safe. Let's draw a straight line across. Griffin is actually safe. So a little bit north of Griffin. It's kind of gray and white all through here where it ends. It's really like there's a town, Sonoya, that's hot. Griffin is safe. Then you go over to Jackson, which is east of Griffin. That's safe. You go to Monticello. Monticello is safe. You go over to Eatonton, and that's safe. Sparta is safe. And it's kind of iffy along here. You know, it's kind of gray all through here. It's pretty big town called Rennes. Rennes is safe. So maybe I'm getting that Waynesboro is a standalone. But to the south of Augusta, Hephzibah is safe. So it looks like above Rennes and Gibson, these are below Gibson is safe. So draw a straight line across all the way through Griffin, and Griffin's safe, all the way to Sonoya. Keep drawing a straight line. Grantville, which is west of Sonoya, is safe. Franklin, it's not safe. We're going to keep going over to 27, and that seems to be a boundary. And that's my westernmost boundary, Highway 27. And now we're going to go due north. So Franklin is my southwest corner. And you go straight north up Highway 27. You'll hit Carrollton, which is hot. You'll hit Bremen, which is hot. You'll hit Cedartown, which is hot. You'll pass by Cave Spring, which is on Highway 411, but that's safe. And then you'll get to Lindale, that's hot. And you'll finally get to Rome, Georgia, and that's hot. And then you go up 27 some more, and you'll hit the town Armucci, and that's hot. And that completes a full square around the Atlanta area. So now I'm going to give you the two little towns tucked away inside this grid that are safe zones, besides Augusta, Georgia, and Hepzibah. These towns are west of Atlanta, and they're on Highway 6 and another highway. They're called Little Springs, and the other one is called Powder Springs. Those are cities or towns where the people in the club live. Those are safe zones, and everywhere else in the grid is hot. And my next podcast is going to be, I want to do one on Grand Rapids so bad, because it's just so full of, it's just a great story behind, well, I don't know if it's a great story, but it's a really interesting story behind it. And once you hear about Grand Rapids, you might understand the mindset of these people who are in control of the planet. The Jesuits are behind it all. You may think it's the Jewish bankers, which it isn't. The Jesuits are pulling the strings here. And the Roman Empire never ceased to exist. These people, the black nobility and the Jesuits and the Vatican, they go back to Rome, and before that, they go all the way back to the Canaanites. Also, what's really interesting is why they're targeting Vancouver, British Columbia, which is the only town in Canada they are targeting. And this is a direct Jesuit target. And I will reveal to you why they are going to be a target. I also want to tell you that Spirits told me that the 5G will be turned on around the last week in October. And you know, October 31st is a really big satanic ritual holiday where a lot of people are sacrificed. So I'm going to end it here, and my next podcast is either going to be Grand Rapids or Vancouver, Canada, and there's several more cities I have to cover. I'm hoping to finish up around the end of July, which will give people a couple months of heads up. So all I can say is be aware, prepare, and be safe. And until next time, good night and God bless.